By the end of this video, it's my intention that you guys will have strengthened your resolve in anything you need to do and have gotten on the road to really starting your success and giving you a bit of motivation to do so. I'm going to be sharing with you a little bit about what I've learnt and why I'm doing the sort of things I'm doing. If you've seen me for the first time here, I do run a few businesses, and at the minute a lot of people are asking me why I'm working so much on these different projects. If you watch the channel, I'm uploading like 3 to 5 times a day. I'm doing so much work on my businesses as much as I can. I'm going to work, picking up all the extra shifts that I can as well. And a lot of people, both in the comment section and in real life, say, why are you doing this? There is a simple reason and a simple point behind everything that I'm doing at the minute, and the answer is success. And people may say that success looks like different things. People may say by what I'm speaking about, I'm just chasing money. I'm not. I'm not just chasing money. Success is going to mean different things for different people. It's going to mean something different to me. It's going to mean something different to you. At the minute, I'm trying to strengthen both my finances. I won't lie, I do want to get rich. But I'm also trying to build my resolve to a lot of things. I'm trying to prove that I can go through very, very intense periods of working on different projects at the same time, managing multiple stresses and all these little things. It may sound small, but when you've got a lot of things to do, when you're working basically every day of the week, I'm talking weekends as well, and running multiple businesses and trying to do other stuff like go to the gym, it may sound minor, and of course it is a privilege to a lot of people, but at the same time it's a lot to manage. By doing this, I'm not only building my businesses, I'm also achieving a number of other things. And people say, is it worth it? Why are you putting in so much work for comparatively low results? You might say, why work 6 days a week when you only get next to minimum wage, or slightly above? You might say, why upload so many videos when you only get a couple of hundred views at best an episode? You might say, why do so many eBay listings when your sales are up, but you're not at hundreds of thousands a month? Why have thousands of listings per week or month? And I'm going to explain this in a way that's going to make sense for my situation, clear up a few things for people wondering, and something that should make a lot of sense for your situation. And it's a very, very simple sentence that I need to discuss. The point is, you've got nothing to lose. You've got no skin in the game. Neither have I. When I started this period of intense work, think about where I was. I've discussed it on the channel, but think about where you guys are as well. A lot of this is going to be relatable to a lot of you. At the time, I did still have a good circle of friends. I did still have a lot of good connections in my life. I had a lot of fun. But at the same time, I was broke. I didn't know where I wanted to go in my businesses. I didn't know where I wanted to go in my career. I didn't feel like I was pushing myself. I feel like everything was on easy mode. And it just wasn't working out. And then I realised, so, on the path that I'm on, I'm not achieving anything. I wasn't going to have the house that I wanted, the vehicles that I wanted, the career that I wanted on that path. And I realised at that point, yes, I did have a lot in my life that was of much value, and I will not say otherwise even to this day. But I had nothing realistically to lose. I know it's a position of absolute privilege, but almost all of the things that we have in this part of the world, they're almost taken for granted. And I know this is different to a lot of parts of the world, and I know a lot of people may not like to admit this, but let's be honest, guys. If you are in the UK, France, other parts of Europe, the US, Canada, your basic needs are generally met, and the rest of it is about kind of self-actualization. Now, I know that's a position of great privilege to come from, but the point is, what this means is, yes, we have a lot to lose, but in this part of the world, they are taken for almost rights. You know what I mean? It's like the right to housing, the right to a decent life. They're kind of seen as taken for granted, even if that is completely wrong. But the point is, a lot of you guys, in comparison to where you want to be, have nothing to lose. And you'll still sit there with everything to gain and say that it's not worth it, or it's not working. The reason why I'm doing everything that I'm doing right now is because I have everything to gain. And especially if you have an abundance of time, like I kind of have, let's be honest. If you're not hanging out with friends or family, if what you was going to be doing anyway is sat in bed or playing Xbox or watching YouTube that doesn't actually help move you forwards, because a lot of channels do. But if you're just watching some mindless nonsense, that is free time. That's a waste of time as well, I would say. And I realised that I did therefore have an abundance of time. I still had obligations and commitments. I still had to see my friends and family for, well, otherwise I feel like life wouldn't be worth it. But at the same time, I had an abundance of free time. And then I thought, so if this is all free time and I'm nowhere near my goals, just like a lot of you guys will be able to relate to, this is the perfect opportunity to use this time, this effort, this energy to work towards these things, right? And then people say again, why are you uploading 5 videos a day? My channel has basically no subscribers. Since I've started uploading 5 times a day, roughly, I've seen my monthly subscribers increase to nearly 200. Now that might not sound large, but if my goal is to make it on YouTube, that's better than what I was achieving doing no uploads, or 10 uploads a week. Forgive me, a month even. I used to upload once a week or less, sometimes a bit more, but you get the point. Yes, it's putting in a lot more effort, but here's the thing. I have everything to gain on this YouTube game. You guys don't know who I am? The videos that I'm publishing right now, this video that you're watching right now, if this channel ever makes it big, probably no one's ever going to look back to watch. But I'm putting some degree of effort into these goals. Going to work as often as I can. Think about it. It is still extra money coming in. It's money that I wouldn't have had otherwise. If I can pick up a 5-hour shift, an 8-hour shift, a 10-hour shift that I wasn't otherwise doing, and I wasn't doing anything else in my free time, that's money coming in. That's helping me to my goal. And also, whilst I don't find much fulfillment from work as a concept, there is a lot of fulfillment in pushing yourself to do something that you didn't want to. Seeing that message come up saying that this shift is available, and you go in to cover it, and you've done something that you didn't want to do. Yes, you've kind of wasted your time, but number 1, you've made money. Number 2, you've strengthened your ability to work hard on things, or work on things that you don't want to work on. And again, that's sort of a spiral effect. And yet again, I need to point this out. The harder I seem to work at the minute, the luckier I seem to get. Think about this realistically as a statement. The more I upload on YouTube, the more frequently I have a video do quite well. The more I get subscribers. The more I go to work, the more money I get. It could be the case that the more my superiors see that I'm a good employee. I don't really care about that too much in terms of promotions and stuff, but it's still experience on the resume, right, on the CV. The more I list on eBay, the more sales I get. The more businesses I try and start, the more succeed. And this is a simple fact of life. The more you try, the luckier you get. It's almost like it's a hard to understand concept, but it's absolutely not. And a lot of you guys say that you want it, but you're not trying to the best of your ability. One of the very good things that I can say is, most days, not all, I do still have days off, and I won't lie about that, but most days I can sit there and say, yeah. I can be like, I've put my all into my eBay listings today, I've put my all into going to work, I've put my all into making my YouTube channel grow, I've put my all into my fitness and my health, I've put my all of these different things, and the harder you work, the luckier you get. Like I say, believe it or not, this might sound like an alien concept, it really might, but I have more sales on my eBay store now than when I had 0 listings, believe it or not. I make more views on this channel and more subscribers than when I wasn't uploading at all. Isn't that strange? Isn't that hard to understand? I make more money from going to work extra than what I do not going to work. Now, of course, for me, it can be a bit different because I have a business, so there are days where I actually would make more money at home, but there's also other things that you learn from that, like I say, work ethic, drive, determination, and also you value your free time a lot more. But this is my point, right? My point is still simple. People say, I want to do this, man. I want to be a this, or I want to try. How are you trying towards it? What's happening towards that goal, right? And I'm not here necessarily to tell you guys what to do, but think about this as a basic concept. You want to be, I don't know, let's just pick something random. You want to be a professional boxer. How many times a week do you train? You want to be rich. How many businesses have you tried to start? You want to have friends. How many people have you tried to meet? And this is what people don't like to admit or say, or I don't know why, but just hear me out on this. If the chance of you making it is, let's say, 5%. Let's say 10%. Some people will say that means that only 1 in 10 people can do it. I think that's true, but I also think what it likely means is that for every 10 people who try, 1 person fails. That means that you need to try... No, the opposite of that. For every 10 people who try, 1 person succeeds. That means that you need to try 10 times. If the likelihood of you making it is 1%, try 100 times. If I need to upload 1,000 videos to get 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to do it. 10,000 videos, I don't care. Because I've got an abundance of time, I've got a goal, and I've got something that I need to achieve. Something that I want to achieve. And the same is likely true for a lot of you guys. But you need to bring this forwards and make it happen. Because a lot of you guys are sat on an amazing resource. The most valuable resource you guys have. This is a resource that can't be bought. And I'm sure it's a resource that multiple millionaires and billionaires around the world would kill for. You have time. Especially if you're watching this and you're in the younger demographic, as am I. We have time. But that's not time to be wasted. It's time to be experienced. Try get a job in this. You know, I've done this myself. I didn't need to get a job, really. I got a job. Now, I don't want to necessarily explain what sort of place it is, but I've got experience now in a very, very valuable field. And I've already been offered better jobs for better pay, which give me more responsibilities and experience going forwards because of this. Because I've made money from my businesses, I have capital to invest when the markets go down or up. Or I have money to invest in new businesses. And all these different things that I can speak about. Life is a game of compounding results, and sure, a lot of you guys will need to try 5, 10 more times to make anything, but this is a thing, right? Especially if you're in this part of the world, especially if you live with parents, you've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. I am sat here now on this chair thinking, I have everything to gain. And that's why I'm going to keep uploading. That's why I'm going to keep going to work. That's why I'm going to keep saving. That's why I'm going to keep investing. That's why I'm going to keep building businesses. Because I have everything to gain. Even if my next 5 projects don't work. You're at square one. A lot of you guys are at square one. I'm at square one, basically. Everything to win. Try, you'll be amazed at what you can do. Seriously.